The 2015 Dodge Viper GTS 710R by Geiger Cars. The Dodge Viper will never be confused for being one of those cars that's sensitive to the whims of the environment. Eco-friendliness isn't in the Viper's vocabulary, and that's fine for those loyal to the homegrown sports car. These type of people kneel at the altar of that 8.4-liter V10 engine, one that produces a whopping 640 horsepower and 600 pound-feet of torque. German tuner Geiger Cars counts itself among this lot, and it has even taken its love for the Viper to a whole new level courtesy of a new tuning program dedicated to the American sports car. Comprised mainly of aero upgrades and performance modifications, Geiger Cars is no stranger to these type of builds. Over the years, it has built programs for the Chevrolet Corvette, Ford Mustang, and Chevrolet Camaro. In other words, tuning kits for American sports cars is Geiger's jam. Sure, the Viper might need things of that sort considering that it already packs a wallop just by having that V10 sitting under its hood. But, like most tuning shops, Geiger Cars isn't concerned with what's already there as much as what's not there, yet. Owners of the Viper, especially those in Germany, should at least give this new program a look. It's one thing to have 640 horsepower rampaging along the autobahns. It's another thing entirely to do the same with more than 700 ponies at your disposal. Continue reading to learn more about the Dodge Viper GTS 710R by Geiger Cars. Exterior. The exterior appearance of the Viper remains largely the same, although Geiger did develop an in-house, carbon fiber aerodynamic kit specifically for the sports car. The kit is comprised of a front spoiler lip, a rear spoiler, and an apron insert with a diffuser. The components were put in place to provide improved aerodynamics for the Viper, something I think it's going to need with the kind of engine modification the German tuner did to the sports car. The aerodynamic enhancements tie in with the KW Variant 2 coil-over suspension kit that Geiger also installed, dropping the Viper's ride height by 1.18 inches. The latter kit also includes a 16-step adjustable rebound control that provides extra grip for the car's 18 and 19-inch wheels. Interior. As careful as Geiger is in developing engine programs for America's best sports cars, the opposite rings true when it comes to the interiors of these cars. Not surprisingly, the Viper's cabin is left untouched, so if anybody's expecting to see anything different inside, then prepare yourselves to be a little disappointed. It's not all that bad though. For what it's worth, the Viper's interior is already one of its strong suits. Drivetrain. Geiger makes its living with performance modifications like this one. Using the Viper's standard 8.4-liter V10 engine, the German tuner installed a modified airbox and a bespoke exhaust system with its own tubular headers and sport catalysts. It also tinkered with the engine's control unit, remapping its numbers to complement the new components and bring the Viper's power output up to 710 horsepower at 6,100 revolutions per minute and 635 pound-feet of torque. That's an impressive increase of 70 horsepower and 35 pound-feet of torque over the standard Viper. This power bump allows the Viper to sprint from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 2.9 seconds to go with a top speed of 212 miles per hour. That's 0.4 of a second quicker and 7 miles per hour higher than the standard Viper. Conclusion. I've never been a big fan of the Dodge Viper, even though that has less to do with the car's capabilities and more to do with personal preference. That said, I do know people who swear by the Viper, and as someone who has seen his fair share of aftermarket kits for the American sports car, the program that Geiger is offering is definitely worth a look. It's not going to alter the Viper's look entirely, but the modifications are there to complement one another and improve the sports car's driving experience. That should be enough reason to convince owners of the Viper to give this tuning program some serious thought should they be in the market for one. Love it. Impressive engine bump aero kits should help keep the Viper on the ground. Must be a ball to drive, especially when it's unleashed in a road like the Autobahn. Leave it as the kit making its way to the US? Interior changes are lacking, not for the environmentally conscious.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.